won't do that.
And I turned into a crazy person too, look at me. What on earth did I turn into? Wrath of the Berserker. Well, that's kind of interesting. Let me keep that. And there's a boss behind here. Alright. Whoa! Whoa! Why did I almost die there? Just walked in and almost died immediately? Let me just do that. Call my ancients. I didn't actually call ancients before. Oh, they got the frozen thing. Well, I can tank the lightning a little bit. Let me just jump away from that. No point standing in that one unnecessarily. And then just punch him until he dies.
I have been hit. I wish I could do that.
Wow. That sucked. I jumped into the lightning, froze on top of it, and then died. That should not have happened. That should not have happened. Still trying to figure out this Berserker thing. I just did it again. I should stop doing that. I'm taking too much risks. I'm taking my my tanking for granted. Like that. Alright, let's give that a 7 out of 10. I'm not really focusing on the enemies. And fighting them on a doorway was a bad idea as well. But the next time we find a boss, we're gonna use the Berserker. Like that. Alright, we're gonna go in there, use the Wrath of Berserker to start chopping away.
Vulkatos guides my hand.
Hey guys! Chop, 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 chop. I didn't call the Ancients, that's curious. Incredible! Let's give Wrath of the Berserker a 9 out of 10 for the skill. Give that boss fight like a 7. And decide that once we finish this recording session, I want to turn up the difficulty again.
I will not be denied.
Maybe by 2 notches. What would that be? Torment 4? I might be able to survive Torment 4, I'm not sure.
Impossible.
But the Berserker is kind of insane.
There it is. This cannot be. It's been destroyed. Dirgest is free.
Zai, is that you? You look different.
I believe you are mistaken. I am Shen.
There's a mini boss right behind Dirgest. What is even happening? This is embarrassing. Let me just do that. And then 4 Ancients. And then just stand here and chop away.
I can't.
Maybe like do that. This is kind of insane what I'm doing right now, but just stand here and chop away. Alright, so that ends the Berserker buff. Did a bit of damage. We did a lot of damage in fact. This is a little bit amazing. Okay, Dirgest is gonna die right there, and then the mini boss dies. Let's give it a 9. That probably wasn't supposed to happen. There wasn't supposed to be a boss behind the boss. But Wrath plus Ancients is just amazing.
Zai? Is that you?
Zai is gone, and no more. He's a legend and a myth. The man who stands before you is but a simple jeweler. I have seen the years, and I have loved and lost, and I have grieved and wept.
Whoever you are, you have freed me, and I am happy to have looked upon your face.
And I am filled with joy to have seen yours once again. Farewell, and go upon this last journey.
Volcato smiles on me.
Alright, and that's Lyria and Zai and Dirgest.
Shen, are you well?
Please, I just need a moment alone. Do not worry about me. I will find you later.
It was all true the whole time. It wasn't just a story. That's crazy. The story is a bit odd though, like it doesn't really fit into anything else in this game. There's no angels or demons or anything, it's like a completely different mythology. The story is okay, let me give it a 7. Oh, there's still a mini boss up here, wow. Just do that and do this. Completely unnecessarily.
I'm carrying too much.
I am carrying too much. Let me drop that. And then take that and then walk away. Alright, let's go back to town. So that's Shen's little story finished.
It feels like a lifetime since I last held this jewel in my grasp. Oh, the memories flood back into me. I was a vain fool in my youth. I know it will be hard for you to think of me so, but it's true, though it was a long, long time ago.
What do we do now?
Well, Dirgest has escaped, and it's more important than ever for me to find him.
Didn't we just punch Dirgest to death? I thought we did. Alright, we're gonna craft. And we're going to junk all of this stuff. Maybe I should turn up the difficulty. Maybe I should crank it up 2 more notches right now. I can do that.
Finally found you, Lieutenant Derek. Will you come quietly, or are you going to run again?
I'll go with you. I'm no coward.
That's not how I see it.
Leave him be. He is a good man, and he saved my life.
He let good men die. He's a deserter and a criminal, and he'll be dead in the morning.
I'm at peace. Perhaps the one good thing I did by saving your life can make up for the bad I've done.
You are a good man. Remember that.
A deserter. I'm pretty sure he would have died as well if he stood to fight the Reapers. You know what I mean? I don't think any of them would have survived.
My visions cloud everything. I can find no escape. I plan to leave Westmarch, to be alone, far away from the constancy of death. Some people would call it a curse, and sometimes it feels that way. But perhaps it's not. I need time to know for sure.
Okay.
I've never learned precisely why Rakis chose
Okay, we've
to
heard that
found his
before.
kingdom here. He must have had an important reason, right? I'm not complaining, but your road.
Alright, we've heard that before too. Actually, no, maybe you haven't heard that before.
I've heard that you're journeying to a faraway land now. You won't forget to tell me about any discoveries you make there, will you?
Alright, so she doesn't really say anything important anyway. Let's go talk to Eirena. So, your turn.
I now know that the call is coming from the realm of Pandemonium.
We could barely reach Pandemonium. How could your sister Lysa?
The prophet was a seraph. He may have hidden in Pandemonium to keep his affairs secret from the Angiris Council.
You think he summoned her?
I saw her broken body, but the Prophet's magic is powerful. He once saved us all. He could have saved Lysa again. Accompany me to Pandemonium. We will find where Lysa's voice is coming from, and perhaps I will uncover the answers I seek.
And now we're going to Pandemonium. And we're back here, great!
I followed her voice in this place. I can hear her so clearly. You must find her.
I don't hear anything, but I suppose I should be used to that.
This place feels so familiar to me.
So, maybe I should turn up the difficulty at least one notch, up to Torment 3. Feel like I'm not really having to do much. So we're back to fighting these little bugs again. Let me just give that a 5. Because they're still the bugs and they're still not very interesting. And now we're even stronger than before.
Prophet's magic is strong.
Alright, so we're looking for her sister. Somewhere. Ah, these. Why don't they put something else in here? Like the whole map is just these things, and they're so uninteresting. Like, look at this. Oh look.
It is you.
Hello.
When we woke, the demons were in our midst. We were not ready. But you slept, Eirena. Why? I would have woken Reza. You must believe me.
Oh, hey, look. Are these... Oh, I called my ancients on them, but they're not. They're just normal. They're just normal demons, never mind.
You must find Lysa. It is not too late. Farewell, my sister.
I thought they dropped a boss on us, but apparently not. Let's give that like a 5 for story and combat. Just for combat. Just for combat.
To be a dreamless sleep, but the blackness faded, and dreams I had. Dreams that became nightmares I could not wake from. Sybil, I am here now.
I'm just standing there.
Always the strongest, Eirena. Make us proud.
I'm just standing there pressing buttons. And they die. Can I jump across? Yes. I'm gonna put this down to a 3, the combat, because it's really... We're literally doing nothing. We're literally just standing there and doing nothing.
The demons surround Lysa. You must find her, Eirena. Lysa, where is she?
Hey guys.
Are these the demons that killed my sisters?
Punch, 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 punch. I'm not even moving, I'm just standing here. Holding the mouse button. Wow, I'm too overpowered.
I thought I would never gaze upon your face again.
Alright, we've freed them.
Do not go.
The portal goes to... Okay, we're going to the next level. I don't think there's any loot in here even.
What is that? We trained, believing that we would fight together. But Eirena was the one who was chosen. And we were the ones who must sacrifice to support her. Why her and not me? A selfish question, for I know that if she was asked, she would say yes. So I did.
I missed these.
The prophet said I would not dream, but I did. At first, they were dreams of color, unsettling. And then I began to hear voices. They called for me, over and over. And then I woke.
What is that?
The prophet asked each of us in turn before he cast the spell of binding. Our lives for hers. If we declined, we could leave without any thought of shame. We each heard the question and answered the only way we could. Our cause was too important to not make that sacrifice.
Alright. Hopefully you can see the can see what the story is about. Just stand here and punch these guys. Alright, let's go to the portal. Yeah, the combat's pretty I need to turn up the difficulty.
I knew I heard your voice.
Why did we have to give our lives for you, Eirena? What was so special about you? Chosen of the prophet. Your sisters were willing to sacrifice their lives for you, just as the prophet intended. But I would not play along. It merely took time for me to find a way out.
I never knew, Lysa. The prophet never told me.
And there she is. Alright, let's just gonna do that and start punching away, Sister Lysa. Meet the Berserker.
Eirena, know that you possess the greatest potential of all your sisters, and so I chose you. They gave their lives so that you could survive and fight in the most important battle to come. They did this willingly, and their sacrifice is not a burden, but a gift to you.
What do I do?
Live. Fulfill the destiny for which I trained you, and for which your sisters died.
Alright, awesome. Let me give that battle a 2 out of 10. Because I need to turn up the difficulty right now. That was ridiculous. Let's talk to her.
I always thought that Lysa was as strong as any of us, perhaps even the strongest. But she decided that the sacrifice asked of her was too great. How can I blame her? In her place, I might have made the same choice.
The greatest good sometimes requires the greatest sacrifice.
But is this not proof? If the price is too costly, goodness is not enough. Perhaps there is a better way. The prophet knew one truth. Evil cannot be destroyed forever. In time, it rises anew and stronger.
With the passage of time, everyone forgets and evil returns.
Yes, and that is why I must carry on his mission. But I will not demand the sacrifice that was asked of my sisters. I and those who follow me will not sleep. We will pass on our task from generation to generation, ever vigilant and ready.
So you will be the new prophet.
Who can say what the future holds?
Alright. The stories are pretty good. Let me just give the dialogue like a 7. Like, you know, like all these characters, all these minor characters, each have their own unique story, and you kind of like they carry through the entire game, and then you have a little bit of a mission at the end. I feel like that's pretty good. I like how that goes. Let me drop those. Make sure that the veteran doesn't have. Nope, she doesn't. Okay, we're gonna leave this game. We're gonna turn the difficulty up by 2 notches. This might be a bad idea, but we're gonna go from Torment 2 to Torment 4, and we'll see how this goes for us. If we die too much, then we'll just crank it back down to Torment 3, right? So no big deal. And we're gonna do this just before we fight Malthael too, which is probably the worst idea ever. Alright, so where were we? Pandemonium Fortress level 2. This might be a bad idea. Hi. Oh crap. You see how my health is going down? Yeah. Well, we're doing okay. Kind of. Let's give that a 5. I literally just stood there and tanked it. But maybe there wasn't really any other way that could have gone. I just stood there and tanked it.
Death now resides in your heart. From the destruction of our people to all those you have killed in righteous battle. Even your own end yet to come. Now you have the chance to defeat Malthael, to free us all from our suffering under his yoke. Our vigil ends, sister. It falls to you to see that all vigils do not.
Cool. I mean, we didn't die. We didn't do much. Let's talk to him.
The end of my vigil draws near, but I can rest knowing that in you, our people have found a new champion. If you are victorious, I will pass beyond and see my family once again. They have waited a very long time. At last, the suffering will have ended. We will all be free.
What does it feel like to die?
It is impossible for me to explain.
There must be something you can tell me.
Could you describe how it felt to be birthed? It is the same with dying.
That's... it's a bit grim. Not as funny. The other characters are definitely more funny. The Crusader is very entertaining. Alright, well let's go through and see how much we die on Torment 4. This might be a terrible idea, doing Torment 4. Oh my goodness, look how much health these guys have. I'm barely not dying. This is a bad sign because these are just normal enemies. this might have been a really bad idea. Let's give that combat 8 out of 10. It is engaging, because if you're not engaged, you'll die basically.
I was struck down in the third charge. I lay upon the ground, only to wake in chains. I did not know that demons took prisoners. I babbled like a fool about my dreams of escaping this war. My captor freed me and said that we would meet again. Her name was Lilith, daughter of Mephisto.
Well, I seem to be doing okay. Except that guy's here. Seem to be doing okay. Takes forever to kill this guy though. I do so little damage. My goodness. This is taking absolutely forever. Just because you don't die, it doesn't mean it's a good idea to be in Torment 4. Look how long it takes to kill this guy. I'm gonna turn down the difficulty to Torment 3. This is a bit silly. We have far more tank than we have attack. Let me just lower difficulty. Yes, to 3.
I took a prisoner in the battle, an angel whose life was ended. I brought him to my lair for my amusement, but he surprised me. I touched him to breathe life into him. He raved like a madman about how he wished to escape the war. Perhaps I'm someone I can use.
Alright. You get the impression that Lilith is using Inarius.
If we don't kill Malthael soon, everyone on our world will be dead in a few hours.
Well, it's still quite grindy, but I guess it's not a cakewalk anymore. I guess that's good.
Impossible.
Alright, this feels right. This feels right. Let's give this a 7.